Hello Virgo, welcome to your 3-month outlook. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, let's go over this really quick. So your first row is May, your second row is June, and your third row is July. Your first column has to do with home, your second is work, your third is love, and your fourth is finance. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys. So for your home life, you guys start off with the Six of Cups. This has to do with innocence. It has to do with childhood. It has to do with you getting in tune with your inner child and having fun. It's time for you to let loose a little bit. You guys work really hard. You guys are very successful. You're very good at what you do. You guys are very creative, and so it's time for you to start incorporating some of these things at home. This too may have to do with, for some of you, someone from your childhood maybe getting in touch with you, probably just to check up on you and see how everything's doing, but this is definitely going to be a happy union. Next, for work, you all have the Justice card. Now, this is going to have to do with the situation at work. Now, keep in mind, yes, we all have a lot going on right now, and you're trying to balance things out, and things need to be balanced out so that things can flow a little bit more easily for you. Okay, this is going to have to do with your responsibility at work. It's going to have to do with a decision that needs to be made. This definitely has to do with the cause and effect factor in a situation. So know that you guys will come out on top of this situation. It's just that once you find a happy balance, you'll start to notice things move a little bit more smoothly for you at work. Now, in love, you all have the Chariot. This is going to have to do with a relationship that you have worked so very hard for, and you all are getting to the point of being victorious and expanding to that next level. This is definitely triumph over difficulties, and you guys have made it through some pretty hard times, and some of you are still going through these times, and some of you may be single, so you may be going through a situation within yourself and you're trying to get things sorted out, but strength of will is needed when you see this card. Okay, and finance, Temperance. For some of you, this is going to have to do with you being patient. This also has to do with balance. This is going to be a combination of things because, you know, a lot of us are recovering in our financial situations. We're trying to recover. We're healing. We're trying to stay afloat, and this card here is to represent divine guidance. You definitely have a guardian angel over you that is assisting you at this time. Now in June, for your home life, you all have the Queen of Cups. Now this is going to represent you just being loving, tender-hearted, being intuitive, and being in sync with your family. You're just very calm, and you're very compassionate, and you're very understanding to what's going on currently. And also being that way with yourself, guys. Now in work, you all have the Lovers. Now, this is going to represent not necessarily a romantic situation. Yes, you can be in a romantic situation and work with the individual that you're in a relationship with, or there may also be, I'm kind of feeling that There may be someone that is got an eye on you at work, and this may be something that you're kind of iffy about pursuing. I just got that. So just take your time, because dealing with individuals at work, that could be kind of tricky. But if you're a couple, a power couple, and you're good at working with one another, then this is going to represent your bond and how strong it is, and no one can break that, and you guys are going to achieve all of your goals. This is going to have to do with choices that need to be made too, but it's also going to have to do with your values and personal beliefs. And I think that's where that situation came from, as far as you feeling a certain way about dealing with someone at work, because we have to be careful with that, because sometimes that can ruin a work situation. So yes, definitely be careful if that's you. But if you are a couple and you can work together, that is fine. You guys are going to be successful. Things are going to work out, but you just have to compromise. Compromise is the word I just got. Okay, so in love, you all have the Hierophant. Now this is going to have to do with also your belief system. But you guys are divinely guided. Whether you are single or in a relationship, you have divine guidance. And there's something there that is protecting you. And this could be a fatherly like figure. This could be a mentor. But there's definitely someone that's on your side that's protecting you and looking over you and assisting you in your current situation. Someone is definitely observing your current situation. So you're getting some sort of guidance. So I would say, guys, look for the signs, and you're going to definitely know what this means. It'll be different for each and every one of you. Now, in finances, you all have the Moon. Now, this is going to have to do with you're really listening to your intuition. This is more about intuition than it is about like imagination or something that you're dreaming up in the finance department. This is going to have to do with possibly an offer that's going to come to some of you. And this is going to be a situation where you definitely need to listen to your intuition. And you're going to get past any fear that you may have. I know, you know, you got patience. So there's definitely a feeling of maybe things are not quite happening as you planned. But things will work out. And I think that's bleeding over into July. And you guys are having, June, and you're having a little bit of fear. So this could also represent some fear going on. But for a lot of you, like I said, it's going to have to do with you listening to your intuition and not being afraid and approaching things head on. But please make sure that you're careful. Make sure you read all documentation. Don't sign anything that you do not read. All right, now in July, you all have the Eight of Pentacles at home. Now, this is going to represent diligence. This is going to represent knowledge. This is going to represent detail. This has to do with the things that you're planning on doing at home, and you need to just stay focused on what's the most important thing right now. Right now, it's about what is beneficial for you and your family or yourself, okay? Next, you all have the Nine of Swords. And this is at work. So you are stressing out about something that you don't need to be stressing out about. This situation is currently keeping you up, or it's giving you a sense of anxiety. And when you see your swords, this is when it's time for you to make a plan and let go of any worry that you may have. Now, in love, you all have the Three of Pentacles. Threes represent growth. They represent birth. They represent creativity. But in this particular circumstance, this is going to have to do with teamwork. It's going to have to do with planning. and competence. You guys are going to have to work together if you're in a relationship. If you're single, you just need to plan appropriately. You need to make sure that you're not jumping headfirst into things. Make sure that, you know, your finances are intact. And make sure that things are protected. So once you start dealing with people, make sure that you can truly trust individuals. Sometimes people can be a little too trusting, and they don't end up in the best situations. So this is going to represent, in a relationship, it's going to be success through effort. This is going to be gains and recognition. It's going to be, you guys, as I said, coming together, putting your heads together, or you coming within yourself and getting some clarity within yourself about what it is that you want in a relationship, and obtaining that stability. Now, in finances, you all have the Tower. Okay, this is going to have to do with sudden change in your finance. This is going to be a situation that you need to release. And this may be what you were fearing in June. You know, there's a situation that's going on and you're like, okay, this is not what I planned, or this information in this contract is not what I agreed to. And this is just going to be something that you're going to have to review. You're going to have to go over it with your business partners. You're going to have to go over it with a trusted individual, and things are going to need to be revised, and things will work out. This is going to be a better financial situation that's to come. Okay, after some reevaluation and some tweaking, things will work out as you would like them to. All right, guys, you are all set. If you would like a personal, or if you like an instant chat reading, I have all that information listed in the description box. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next 3 months. Bye, guys.